Join us on a journey across the pond as three old friends walk across Wales. It's a whale of a tale. But wait, why are these old friends walking across Wales?
That goes back to years when we summited Mount Rainier. After the climb, Cass suggested, we need to do more adventures. So here we are.
The journey begins in Atlanta. The first destination was London in jolly old England.
Of course, we do the touristy thing by going sightseeing across the city, for just a day or two. We learned the difference in the culture in the UK. We started by learning our P's and Q's, or pints and quarts. Our first day travel was from London to Chipstow, and we had an incredible experience there where we didn't know what train to get on. It was kind of confusion. Fortunately, we ran into a lady named Erin. She helped us out. She says, look, I'm going to Chipstow, stay with me. We stayed with her. When we got there, her husband was there, picked us up, took us around town, showed us everywhere to go. It was a phenomenal experience.
Dan Kazmerzak from Noonan, Georgia, about a 40-year-old friend of Dick and Norman. We're in Chipstow, Wales, just beginning our hike on Offa's Dyke.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Norm Brinsley, retired Army Colonel from Crossville, Tennessee.
In Chipstow, we saw our first Welsh castle.
During that night's dinner, the discussion turned to the difference between crisps and chips, and some P's and Q's. Finally, it was time to start the walk. After a fortifying English breakfast, all eyes turned towards the Offa's Dyke walking path. The dyke, built by King Offa of Mercia, was constructed starting in AD 785 and stretches 82 miles, roughly along the English-Welsh border. It marked the western border of King Offa's kingdom. The path jogged back and forth between Wales and England. Today's walk is from Chipstow to Tintern, a walk of about 14 miles.
Along the way, we'll stop to see the abandoned abbey and go through many gates. They told us all we needed to do was just follow the acorns. Sounds simple. Yeah, simple.
folks, Norm Brinsley here again. We've now concluded the first day of hiking, and we stayed here, as you can see behind me, at the Wild Hare, an outstanding bed and breakfast. This darn key doesn't seem to be working.
I think the door's open, Norm. Oh.
After a history-laden visit to the Tintern Abbey, it was time for dinner at the Anchor Inn.
Then we stopped for some more refreshing P's and Q's and about 4 Advils. We called it a day. The path today was supposed to be from Tintern to Redbrook. We, of course, had to make it a little interesting by missing an acorn or two and finding our own path. All right, Norm is going to give us a short demo how to properly open this gate.
Pull briskly to your body, pull forward, negotiate the turn, and walk through.
Very well done, Norm.
Another exhilarating day was ahead for the group. After fortifying themselves with breakfast and a few Advil, the three headed towards Monmouth, through the green countryside of Wales. From Monmouth, they would go for a couple extra miles to the Old Hendry Farm for the night.
We just passed through this enormous, gorgeous holly tunnel. We've been out 2 hours after a false start, made about 1,000 foot of elevation, beautiful countryside. What's the matter, Dan?
Is there an ice cube at the bottom of your glass?
You like it, Dan?
I do.
We're leaving Monmouth now. Great time. Kind of a nice city, very nice little city. We're headed on to Hendrick's Farm, just about 2 miles from here. Great walk in the valley.
Norm, when you guys, you and Dick come down from the upper levels of this AD 1400 bed and breakfast you're staying, make sure you come and get me because there's steep and treacherous and narrow.
And we'll certainly do that because, boy, I'll tell you what, going down those would hurt.
Yeah.
Hi there, mates. Today's day was an adventure. There were a couple of false starts. However, we found our way to what might be the best bed and breakfast we've hit so far.
After another filling English breakfast, the friends were ready for day 4.
But first we had to mail some room keys back to a previous B&B, and we mean by Dan Kazmerzak. But soon enough we began our walk to White Castle. The bets are in. How many acorns will we miss today?
This is our local pub, the Hunter's Moon.
The village you're in is Llangattock Lingoed. Llangattock means Saint Caddock, and Lingoed means place of the wood.
We're getting the name of the city in northern Wales. It has 58 letters in it. Would you tell us what it means? Is that fantastic?
People down from the northern part down to Cape Town.
Yeah, the ANC government will be wanting to do that because of the votes.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Exactly.
Did you find your phone?
In his pocket, the last place he looked.
Day 5 of the walk was supposed to be kind of a short one, but the acorns had their own ideas. After making sure no room keys were being held hostage, they loaded up and were driven back to White Castle to get back on the path.
Follow the acorns. Follow the acorns.
It's Wednesday morning and we're beginning our hike to Pandy to end our Offa's Dyke adventure.
You would think that a former airline pilot, or a former member of the Army Special Forces, or a former Army colonel would be able to follow the acorns.
Here we are. We've just finished climbing this little hill on our final approach, and the guys had their phones out trying to Google to see where we're at. So it goes.
Challenging the notion that we've come a bridge too far.
No one is sure where it went wrong. Was it the signage that was obscured, or the fact that we're doing a lot of yakking on our last day of hike, or is it just missed a turn? But before we knew it, we were back at the White Castle where the day began. Well, it gave some of us, and I mean Norm, a chance to claim property left behind. So we started over, and this time actually paid attention to where we were hiking. Come on down. Why'd you go up there, Norm?
I just wanted to have a nostalgia moment.
I noticed you're wearing a hat that you weren't wearing a while ago.
Well, I left it there because I wanted to lighten my load for this first leg of the trip.
Good going, Norm. While we're here, took us a little longer than we expected to get here. This is where we stayed overnight last night. We only have about 2 miles to go. The way we're doing things today will be 4.
You got a ticket to ride.
So we still have 120 miles to go before we finish the entire path. So we'll be back. Watch for our acorns.